Good evening, everybody. It's Friday night, and I'm back and ready to jump in and do some coding here with the good old Magenta breeze. Get this stuff going. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're accomplishing all the things you set out to do and are happy and healthy and all those things. Looks like it looks like the Pendabot has been busy telling me to go update the stuff, so I guess we'll bump all these things that it is asking me to do. I can even plug in for that. And I'll just get through these. Spring framework goes from 6.6 to 1.8. Okay, I'm kind of curious to see what they're doing there, but hopefully it's nothing that would cause me any issues. Liquid base has gone up release version. That's thing to see. Okay, and check style. All right. Good, very good. How is the main project doing? Yep, just check style. We haven't done anything really in the main project yet, so not expecting much there. All right, so back to the war file we go. Okay, cool beans. I can go now and grab both of these down, put them down. That and this one down. Cool. Okay, so some housekeeping here. Oh man, point here, my back will not be so out of whack. It's not pain either. It's just like if no matter what I do, I can't get that stiffness out of there. So some housekeeping stuff. Tomorrow I should be live. I think probably around a regular time for me. I do have to run and do something real fast and come back, so hopefully it won't be too much, but we'll see. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna. So next week, I think I'm going to do an entire week of just development. It'll just be development streams likely for Magenta Breeze the whole week. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to start the week on Sunday or if I'm going to start it on Monday. So that's the only thing that's a toss-up right now. Sunday is kind of a toss-up. I don't know if I'll start coding the coding week on Sunday and go all the way through to next Saturday, or if I'll just do Monday to Saturday. So we'll see on that one. And then the week after next is starting June 10th is the Steam Next Fest. So that entire week will be likely me just trying out demos and stuff all week. So different schedule picking around right now. That's the initial plan. So we'll see how it goes with all that. Because what I really want to do is kind of get some good momentum going here. There's a couple things with Magenta Breeze that we're like, there's a little bit of a hill to climb over, and that is we've gotten through like most of the security stuff, which is good, and we've got it working against OBS, which is fantastic. But there's two. Well, I mean, let's face it, there's two big things left, and that is, one is to get the installer package together and get the embedded Jetty server running and everything, and get all that working, such that I can, people can actually install it and everything just kind of launches and does its thing. And then the second part is probably the more important part. The actual integration with Twitch and with YouTube. So I could start doing those. And I guess the sooner I start doing those, the better. Particularly the integration pieces. And then in the meantime, though, I mean, even once we get past those two hurdles, I still have a lot more to do as far as like giving you options for alerts and different events and polls and all kinds of other things. So we're not done by any stretch of imagination once we do that stuff. And I'm not even going to release after getting that stuff done. That's really just going to be the proof that this is viable more than anything else. It's more than likely what it's going to come down to is there's a couple of things I want to try to, once we're over those hurdles, I can start to like look at actual features and what features do I want to do. And I have some ideas. And I guess I might as well kind of outline them a little bit, at least what's going on in my head. So first of all, I want to flesh out all the different types of alerts, which we already are starting to do that. I want to provide a means to put a combined chat on both on the screen and also be able to see it for yourself. So you can, pop out a window and have it available for yourself. As part of that combined chat, it's not going to be a release thing, but there may be a piece of that where I want to also be able to turn on sort of cross chat, which is someone who chats on Twitch, that chat would show up via the bot on YouTube and vice versa. It is something that Restream Chat has. I haven't turned it on in a while because the one thing that Restream Chat doesn't do is any kind of moderation, and if I were to do something like that, I want to make sure there's moderation available in it, so that when someone sends a message on YouTube that you end up moderating, deleting or whatever, that would then also go and delete that message over on Twitch as well. I kind of want to. That's the thing that Restream Chat is missing, and that's the thing that I think you really need before you can really turn something like that on. So that's going to be kind of a wish list thing. Something that I don't think is going to be a wish list, something I think that I think is going to be really good to have as part of like the initial release, the initial beta release, or whatever I'm going to call it. I guess I'll call it just a testing release. Is I want to. So I tentatively in my head I'm calling them blueprints, because I feel like that is the most descriptive of what I'm trying to do. But essentially, a blueprint would be a set of alerts and on-screen widgets, essentially, that you tie together and you can optionally trigger it by the category that you're in. So in other words, you could say like, whenever you switch your Twitch category to say just chatting, your widgets that you would display on the screen would automatically switch over to a set of widgets that you have set up for just chatting. So maybe when you're in just chatting, you show the chat on the screen, whereas maybe when you're in a game, you don't. You know, that's just kind of a weird example, but that's kind of my thought process there. And it doesn't, you don't have to tie it to a category. I'll provide a means to like activate them as you want to. You know, probably throw a command or something in the chat or whatever. But I think the power would be in being able to say like, if I change my category here, then I change what my widgets look like or where they are, what their positions are. Along the same lines of that is being able to have like widget themes. And I think that's going to be kind of on the wish list and not a thing that I initially do. Where you might be able to like import, like someone could maybe do a bunch of CSS and stuff and provide it to everybody, and then you can download that in like a jar file and then import it, or download it and just like import it directly into your installation, and then that would be a theme that's available to you. So maybe it's got like different artwork or different CSS or different positionings for alerts and whatnot. That's another thing I'm thinking of, but I think that's going to be a wish list and not a day one thing. And what else? So have the ability to show polls, like if you do a Twitch poll or whatever, have the ability to show that on the screen. I'm also thinking of potentially giving the ability to show social media stuff on the screen. So if someone tweets, well, not tweets because Twitter is too expensive, but if someone, say on Mastodon or on Blue Sky, maybe, sends you a message, you know, at you, or has a particular hashtag maybe in their message or whatever, maybe it would show up on the screen. I don't know. It's a nice to have, I think, for some streamers, but then again, you know, easily abused. So that's really, I guess, it's one of those things where I can just give you the ability to do it, and whether or not that's worth it or find any worth out of it is another story altogether. That also is not going to be like a day one thing. Polls, I think, will definitely be a day one. Highlighted messages, being able to show them on the screen would be a day one thing. Obviously chatbot functionalities, so certain commands, you know, being able to make your own commands, and edit them through, you know, the chat messages and stuff. Part of that's going to have to be an access control list of some kind. So it would be, you know, you'd have to be able to set like who has access to certain commands and all that stuff separately. Do you have plans for donation features like tipping? So initially my thought process was to sort of link into a third party and not do it directly. Like I know that like Stream Elements and stuff has a tipping functionality where you can go on there and via Stripe and whatever, and they'll collect the payment and stuff. I don't really want to get into a payment collection scenario, because that adds a level of complexity and a level of support that I don't think I can provide, for people. But I've thought about, like, can I integrate with, say, Patreon or Ko-fi or what's that? I'm drawing a blank here. The charity one, Tiltify, stuff like that. I want to investigate what kind of integrations they have. I think I briefly investigated Ko-fi, and I think their only integration is webhooks, which is not really going to work in my case because we're not dealing with public addresses. So, like, public URLs, these are all going to be localhost things. So I'm not going to be able to, as far as I know, do any webhook stuff unless I build a server component and run it on a server, which may end up being a thing I do. We'll see on that one. I haven't investigated what kind of integrations Patreon has. Like, if they have an API that I can call that directly and find out who has, like, subscribed to you on Patreon and things like that. Most people are wanting to use Wise or Payoneer for safe donations. So I don't know if... Let me see what I can... Wise donations. So what is... I don't think this is the right one, is it? Oh, hey. One more, I think. Oh, thank you. Excuse me. Oof. A wise duck. So this is this is like a PayPal then, right? This is what it's looking like. Yes, this looks like a PayPal kind of thing. Again, I don't want to be in the business of collecting the stuff, directly collecting payments or anything like that. It's just it's too much. A, there's a lot of liability there, and B, there's a lot of, like, customer support that I would have to provide that I don't think I'll have the time to do. Like a bank transfer via EFT or ACH. Okay. Yeah, still, I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, reference guys. currency, user tokens. I think so. If I were to do, let me see integration tag. Now your customer account. So is this what I'm trying to find here? If you have a business account, there, hard order. Cards, hard order status. The activity one. Activity object, card test payment, completed ID, type of activity, description, primary, secondary, amount, status, requires attention, in progress, completed. Activity type. Balance, cashback, card conversion. Card order. Card check cash. Card payment. Card payment. These so see something here. Changes. What I'm trying to figure out is balances, create transfers, banking, affiliate partner. So when it comes to this, what I would need to figure out is first of all, can users create business account? I guess they probably. Let's see. Pay invoices, receive money. How do you do that? Oh wait, the person. Feature. Send money. So if you want to receive money, you have to be a business. It looks like. Payments with Wise. So you can only make a personal account. So it doesn't look like to me that you can receive money on a personal account. At least that's not one of the features they list. Because what I'm driving at here is if it's just a if it's just an integration where I make the assumption that someone else already has an account set up with this that they can receive money on, and that they have their own URL that they go to do tipping and stuff. And then all I'm doing is just getting an alert to say, hey, someone tipped. That's fine. I don't want to be the one facilitating any transaction, really, is what it comes down to. If it's just me connecting in to say, hey, you got, somebody came through and tipped you, awesome. But if I have to facilitate the transaction, because like, I think like Stream Elements kind of, if I'm not mistaken, they have to facilitate the transaction. Like they have a page that comes up that is from them that says, oh, here, fill in your stuff. And then they send it to, whatever account you have linked, the Stripe account you have linked. And I just don't want to get into that. Buy Me a Coffee supported Wise previously. Now, see, Buy Me a Coffee, I could probably off. Right, now this I could probably link into. So let me see if they have resources. We have a developer thing here somewhere. Apps, maybe. Help center say. Guy. Nothing. Okay. Have a developer section. I don't think they have a my contact. I don't think they have an API, at least not a public here. And now only use Stripe. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any. I eat egg coffee. What? Oh, developers.buymeacoffee.com. Well, why didn't they have a link to it? What the hell, man? Link to it on your damn webpage. Be proud that you have an API. Okay. So authentication scopes, API reference. Nodes. Viewing data, trigger certain actions. They're not made public yet. You can get information about your supporters members, like get supporters data, get membership data, complete transaction details. Details about their extra. Okay. They're currently under heavy fire for removing features no one agreed to. Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to integrating with them. You get alerts when someone drives to you. Because this is a pretty straightforward, actually it's a very straightforward API. One of those was Payoneer and Wise. You can get it Wise. Yeah. And like, I mean, if I take a step back and I think about PayPal, right? To receive money on PayPal, you have to have a business account, which isn't necessarily difficult to get. And I believe, I don't think PayPal doesn't have one out of the box, or at least it didn't used to have one out of the box, where you could go to like a particular URL and actually log in and send money that they tracked, they kept. I don't know if they have that anymore or not. But like if they had something like that where it's just completely off platform, you know, or completely through their platform, through PayPal's platform, and I don't see any of it. All I'm doing is just kind of linking in and saying, hey, I'm just getting a status on, like, did someone just make a donation or whatever. Then that's fine. I don't want to be actively involved in the movement of the money. You know what I mean? I don't mind getting digging into an API and just querying an API to see if someone did something against your account. I just don't want to be the one transferring the money or even presenting the widget that does the money stuff. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. And I wouldn't be able to anyway, because the server is running locally on your machine. So it's not like I could put up a page that you could jump through. I would have to put up my own server that would have a page running on it to do that. So I just don't want. Getting information is fine. Actively doing the transaction, I don't want to get into that. You know what I mean? You know, because that just opens up a can of worms that I don't want to. Like if I had staff or something, and you know, I could say like, oh, there's someone going to be here available to answer questions and provide some sort of support, then yeah, I'd probably go down that route. Probably take like 5% off the top or whatever for the trouble, but I don't want to even go down that right now. Right? I want to go down that path right now because it's just me, myself, and I know I don't have that kind of time to provide that kind of support. You know, and that's also why I'd be putting the bot out for free as well, is because I don't want to take anybody's money. I don't want them to have any kind of thought that there's that they're paying for some sort of support or something like that, you know, because I can only do what I can do. Right. But yeah, like I said, like this seems pretty straightforward. I could do some kind of integration like that. Now, when I looked at, let me see, they have a webhook. Webhook to get Ko-Fi payments and donations. Save data on Google Sheets with confirmation emails. And that's yeah, see, you would need to use like ngrok in order to do a webhook, because that makes your local host act like a server that people can actually reach. So I can't really do webhooks in the current, which kind of sucks. I wish I could do webhooks. I wish I could figure out a way to do them, but the only way I can do them is by having some sort of public URL like in here that the webhook would call, and that would just require me to have servers set up somewhere. So that's a big limitation for me right now, is that anything that requires a webhook, I'm not going to be able to do, because this is a local app that's running. But we'll see. I mean, maybe there's something out there. Ngrok is interesting. I wonder if they have like I've used them before for testing stuff, and I kind of wonder if they have like some kind of business thing that they can do, right? Because it's like they Ngrok for productions. They have like an API gateway. What is that? I mean, it's definitely a man in the middle thing, but I don't think that will. Sure, that will work the way you'd want it to work, and I'm pretty sure they're going to make it pay for that. So, that's another thing to work out. I mean, this is definitely why a lot of the streaming bots that are out there are hosted on real servers, because you get around, you can now work with a lot of these other things like webhooks and all that stuff. But there's also limitations with that, and that is, you're now directly hosting whatever user puts up there. And we all know that most alerts have some kind of copyrighted image or music or anything in them, alert or whatever, which usually they're so short it probably wouldn't trigger anything. But it's still, the idea is that I don't even want to touch that with a 20-foot pole. This way here, it's running on somebody's local machine. Everything's local to their machine. And if they, every time someone subscribes, they play a 20-minute clip of Star Wars or something, then that's on them. My hands are clean in that regard. So that's kind of that's my main driving thing there. Also, by having it locally, I can do potentially, and this is something I'm going to be looking into as a wish list thing. Look into maybe being able to do global hotkeys and stuff like that. I definitely want to integrate with Stream Deck. I've looked at Stream Deck integration before. It seems pretty straightforward. It's just kind of some JavaScript you have to write. So I might do that as a, not as a initial release, but maybe as a additional, release after that. So things like that. In fact, I should probably, let's go to, go to project. And create a new project. guess. I mean, I don't need a Kanban board. Bug tracker, team planning, feature release, manager teams, prioritize work for. See what this looks like. Yeah, this might be interesting. So we'll say Magenta Breeze. Roadmap. Having create draft type. Positive. What's the roadmap? Oh, I see. Status boards. This has got pretty much everything. Prioritize backlog. So first things first, we want to how does this work? I guess I'll just say alert. Oh, I see. There's no priority there. So alert. Oh, good. They have t-shirt sizes. Nice. So say medium. Okay. And that alerts. This is really like. To alerts. Alert. And then we need account management. Switch integration with two. So holes and highlighted messages. Let's see what else. Highlighted messages. Right. And teams. What else did I say? I said combined chat. The base combined chat. Like the sub thing under. Magenta. And I think that's it. With that, and then there's, okay, so then we have the collar. Launcher. And then we have like the wish list. So I don't even know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna put them on there yet. Oh, I could put the creation with and let's creation with Amplify. Creation with what's another wish list thing? Each to happens. And what else here? About integration with 7 TV. And I forgot all about the chat commands. And Dream deck. Plug in for deck. I think that's good for now. There's more I have in the back of my head, but we'll see how we do here. So backlog. And do we have a... I add a priority here. We have no priority. How does one add a priority? Add a priority. Status update. Yep. I don't know how you add priorities. That's what's weird. Does it say here? Group by priority. What I said that. How does this work? Huh. Yeah, weird. Weird. Okay. Project details. No. Maybe it's copy. What am I doing now? I'm just right now trying to throw some stuff in a roadmap for the different things that I need to get done on the Magenta Breeze app that I'm working on, which is basically a streamer chatbot kind of thing versus chatbot, alert bot, blah blah blah, all those things. Just kind of working on it. Just started working on it a little while ago. I thought I'd throw some of my thoughts about what I'm going to do eventually into a backlog here and a roadmap thing, but change the priorities here. I can't add a priority. Looks like, unless it's somewhere else. Unless, I mean, leave it to GitHub to put stuff in plain sight. You have to actually use kind of hide stuff in plain sight. In review my items. I have no idea. Anyway, I've got stuff listed here. So there we go. that. Let's get to some coding maybe. Images will do as well. My followers are very small. Please help me. How can you help me, please? Farris, you just have to you have to make content. All I can tell you. I don't really look at my follower numbers and stuff. You know, you gotta be relatively consistent, and you gotta make decent content. And what that means to everybody is a little bit different. You know, is the best way I can tell you to do that. And honestly, I wouldn't dwell on that number. I'd concentrate on just kind of doing your thing, whatever kind of content you want to create. And the followers will either come or they won't. But you know, that's really, and obviously, you know, posts on the social medias and all that stuff too. You know, ignore your follower count, ignore your video views, be yourself and play, have fun. Yeah, exactly. Just T's got it. It's just, you know, kind of have to. If you get in your head too much about numbers, you'll only last a few months and then you'll give up. I've seen it a lot. I've seen it happen a whole lot where people just, they get in their head too much about the numbers and the numbers aren't going up fast enough for them, or the numbers do go up really fast at the beginning and then they taper off, and then suddenly they're, you know, they're beside themselves because they don't know what they're doing wrong. And it's like, just, you know, just do what you think is entertaining and legal. Do what you think is entertaining, and there's probably some people out there who like watching it, you know. Right, exactly. I've had, so on my main YouTube channel I have 650 some odd subscribers, and that's over the course of, I started that channel in 2013, so we're like 11 years in at this point. It'll be 11 years in July. And there are people who 11 years on YouTube, they're up to millions of subscribers. All right, it's just like, it is what it is. You're either found or you're not found, or you're found for one particular video and then you're not found for any other videos, you know. So you're looking for 7 Days to Die version 1.0 launch in a couple days or hours June for me. Yeah, it's and you know, you don't necessarily have to play something that's going to be popular. Just play something that you enjoy, you know. Even if it's not like, you know, because here's the problem: if you pick something that's popular, you're never going to be discovered. Because if it's popular because other channels that are much bigger than you have made it popular, right? And they're always going to outdo you because they've got the first mover, you know, advantage. So pick something that you enjoy, that, you know, isn't something that they're playing, if you can find something like that. Or just play what they're playing and just, you know, run with it. You know, just have fun. It's the main idea. You have hours left to buy the game at $25. It will increase to $45. So yeah, they're launching. Yeah, they're increasing their price for the launch. That makes sense, because they've been in early access for ages and ages. So I would I would entirely understand them being like, yeah, we're finally releasing. Let's make some money on this thing now. You know, 12 years. Yeah, it's been a long time in development. A long time. Yeah. Well, that's good. So I'm glad that they're hitting 1.0 finally. Hopefully they can do what they gotta do. Hopefully they make some good, get a lot of sales since they've hit 1.0. I know there's still a lot of people who avoid early access games like the plague, right? Because you don't know what you're going to get quality wise, and they would rather wait until the very end. So. They plan Steam Workshop support somewhere in 2025. If you know what happened with Mischief Maker mod. I don't know what I don't think I know what happened with the Mischief Maker mod, but I mean, Steam Workshop support. Like, I certainly can understand them holding off until they hit 1.0 to do Steam Workshop support, because then they don't have all the backlash of, hey, you made a breaking change that now breaks all of these mods. So by that point, probably they'll have a stable version. They'll probably have a few bug patches after it releases. There's always a few bug patches after it releases. And then at that point, they've probably stabilized the game to a point where they're not going to necessarily destroy mods once they come out there. They sent a cease and desist due to the mod illegally monetizing on the game. Yeah. I mean, that's part of the deal, right? Is don't monetize unless you're allowed to. And there's very few developers who will let you charge for a mod, you know, because it opens up a side channel, and by that I mean people are now paying for a mod on top of a game, and if that mod breaks or the game breaks or that mod happens to be unstable and it makes the game unstable, they're not going to go to the mod maker necessarily and ask for support. They're going to probably go to the devs and say, hey, this mod doesn't work. What's going on? And the devs are going to be like, well, we don't have the code for that, so we can't help you. And then that just balloons into, well, I paid all this money for this, and you're telling me you don't know anything about it and all this stuff. It happened with Minecraft a whole lot because people got, parents and stuff got involved when their kids, were crying about something, not working anymore or mods breaking and stuff. And they didn't know the first thing about like what a mod was versus the base game. So they were going to Mojang saying, hey, you guys are, you broke this. I've paid all this money for this. And they're like, we don't have control over that. And that was a whole server thing too. Servers charging for money and stuff like that. So it's a real, I could completely understand most developers being like, don't do this. Don't charge money for this. If you want to put a mod out, fine. Put a mod out. If you want to like have an optional donation, okay, probably. But charging up front for it, Unity does have a modding framework, I believe. Bit upset with Deep Rock Galactic Survival. They said optimizations update 2, yet I felt none of it. Yeah, I haven't played Survivor in a little bit, so I haven't seen like the updates that have come down yet. But that sucks. It's Is it really not doing well on your Linux machine? I didn't really have any problems, but I was running on Windows, so 1650 kick the bucket, and I'm back on an iGPU with Linux Mesa drivers. Oh, okay. Okay. To do it on chip stuff, right? Anyway, the Vulkan shaders pre-processed and can play the game fine at low settings with 50% resolution scale and VSync. Oof. Well, I would imagine it's probably, if you're having that much problems with it, I imagine it's probably not working too well on like Steam Deck and stuff. So they probably are gonna, hopefully I would hope that they're gonna like work on that and test it so it works on the Steam Deck, because that would be, I mean, that would be like a money printing machine if they got it working on Steam Deck fine. You know? It's definitely something that lends itself to a mobile experience or a portable experience, whatever the case may be. Always play on low settings. So you're doing 3050. Yeah, I mean that's reasonable. You know. The only thing I'd say there is just be careful. Like, do your research on the card before you get it, or do your research on the vendor, because my 3080 that I got, because the 30 series is now like not the current gen, and so like the 3080 that I just got it's got some weird quirks to it. So it feels like it was probably, it doesn't say refurbished, but it feels like it was a refurbished card, and like maybe was used as a Bitcoin miner or something at some point, because it's got there's some weird things that happen with it. So, you know. One in particular I'm looking at has no power connector. Had a gigabyte motherboard, and you want to avoid gigabyte at all costs. Yeah, I don't. I had a similar thing with a gigabyte motherboard years and years and years ago, where it just like, it suddenly, without warning, just kind of started acting funky and I started getting post errors, and I even went so far as to, like, you couldn't flash a new BIOS on it. You had to actually replace the chip. So I actually replaced the BIOS chip on it, which gave me like another year and a half of life out of it, and then it eventually started acting up again. I was like, all right, gotta get rid of this, you know. Yeah, Asus has been pretty good. I think I have an Asus board in this computer, the gaming computer, I mean. I haven't had any problems with that. Was it no, I have an S99 Thunderbird or something. What was it? Something like that. Like S99. Maybe it was the X99. Yeah, something like that. Something to that effect. I don't actually remember. I don't remember, but it's something like that. Yeah. Yeah, and I've got where's my let me look on the other computer here for a second. I was in the process of I was on PC Part Picker. Yeah, so let's switch over to this for a second. So I was going through PC Part Picker and trying to figure out what I want for my. I don't know why I have to. Oh, I have two things on there. Is this not showing? Did I lose my part list? No, I still have it. I don't know why I have two different motherboards on here. I have a couple different ones on there. I guess I was putting them on there just to try to compare them, I guess. I have a lot of these on there. Oh, here we go. Here's my list. That was something else I was looking at. So I was doing an Intel 4i9 14900K. And I don't know if I'm going to do Intel. I'm kind of okay with Intel, but I don't know if I was going to do Intel or if I was going to do an AMD. But I feel like the Intel will be fine. Then I was looking at Gigabyte. Oh, see, I do have a Gigabyte on here. The Aorus Elite. I might end up switching that out. I was just kind of looking around things to see what was highly rated, and that was just the one that came up. I might end up, because I might switch that out with a there's another one that I was looking at for that one. Let me see. Choose another MSI. That's the word I was looking for. So I might do like MSI. 192 gigs of memory. Plus, where's the 3 MSI Pro Z790p. Got the Asus ROG Maximus. A huge difference. Like, this is like $200 and this is $579. So I'm guessing this is probably the, because I've heard the Asus ROG is good. Wait, these 790 gaming Wi-Fi. ROG brick. We'll just grab this one and we'll put that on there. And then I have 4x48. That's probably, so I have 192 gigs of memory. Like I say, I always max out the memory on stuff. 2 NVMe solid state drives. And I was looking at the Radeon RX 7900 instead of doing NVIDIA. So I don't know how this is going to work out, or if I'm going to have to switch over to NVIDIA at some point, but I think I'm going to try that. And then Windows 11, it's not really something I really want to put on there, but I wonder if I can get a Windows 10 thing here. Windows 10 Pro, 64 bits. Doesn't really have a price available though. Oh, it's French. Not gonna work. Yeah, it's not going to work for me. This one. Like I said, I might end up. I mean, I'm definitely gonna put Windows 10 on it, but I might also end up dual booting it. So we'll see there. That's what I have so far. Which is, that's a lot of money. So, but you know, if I can get multiple years out of it, then it's probably worth it. But we'll see. That's kind of I've been playing around with it to see what I can get here, see what's out there, all that stuff. Here's an Asus Prime H510MK. Okay. Torchlight 2 runs surprisingly well on their iGPU. Yeah, I mean, that's still good. Still pretty good. You know? I guess it's a question of Torchlight 2 works on there. Does like Diablo or anything work on it? All right, so I have that. I have my thoughts down on there. Let's get hold on. Yep. Let's get some coding here, maybe. Possibly. Or at least see where we're at. Okay. So we can deploy our server up. And file correctly. Weird. I don't know why that happens all the time. Very, very strange. Okay, how about now? That's better. Okay, so we have the alert stuff. We have them. I can test them. They are showing up at OBS, albeit very, very tiny. But there are a few more things I want to do here. One of those is to integrate velocity templates into the alert text. I'll have to do that. But also, and I was kind of going back and forth on this one, but I think what I'm going to do is have it where we'll do a normal upload process. So if you have images or audio stuff, you'll actually upload them. Because I was debating, should I just have a relative path to them and just store that, or should I actually do a physical upload of the files basically to your local host? They're not going anywhere. They're just going through a server upload process. And I'm kind of thinking, I want them to be uploaded just because I want to stick them into the database. And then that way, when you back up your database, like if you want to move this to another computer or whatnot, you can just copy the database over to that computer, the database file, over to whatever other computer you've got, and it'll have all the assets in there. It'll have all the images you've uploaded, have all the audio and all that stuff. And then that means also if you back it up, if you're backing up the database file, then it's part of the backup then. So if anything happens on your main machine where you maybe lose the files or whatever, you'll have them as a backup in the database already. So that's what I'm thinking. So I think I'll just go through the normal upload process. The only problem with that is I got to put like a limit on the size of things, but I don't think it's going to be too terrible for users. Have some kind of limit on their uploads. So we'll do that. But I want to get that set up right now. So let's go and I need to get the upload stuff set up. So I think I have that set up in Hex here. So I'm just going to kind of look at my config and just sort of copy paste a little bit. So and really I'm going to be uploading things into the database, not into the file system, so I don't have to do like the resource location test. There we go. Multi-part resolver, standard servlet multi-part resolver. And that's all I need is just that. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to do is just register the multi-part over here. I might even have already done. Let's go look. I don't think I did, but I'm possible I did. So I'm going to use web config. No, I didn't put it in here. I also didn't mark this as a bean. Oh, it's not being used as a bean. Okay, that explains why I didn't. Okay. So public multi part resolver. What? Thank you, Copilot, for pulling that out for me. Servo multi-parts resolver cannot be resolved. What am I missing here? Oh, here we go. Multi-part. There we go. Power. All right. And that's mean. Okay. So we should be able to accept uploads. There is a thing where you set the limit on uploads. I think it's in categories and it. Yeah, I think it's in it here. Yeah, okay. Set multi-part config. Alright, so upload file size, max upload request size. And file size threshold. Okay. Max upload file size, max upload request. Alright, let's do this. Click static final int max upload size is 100. No. Is long actually, right? Times 1024 times 1024. Right. Max upload request size. All right. So max upload public channel. Max upload request size. That's gonna be. We'll stay 3 times the max load size. Whoop. Yeah. So this is 100 megabytes. I'm glad it fleshed that out for me. And this is 300 megabytes. I love how Copilot is just like, this is the comment you wanted, right? It's like, yep, it actually is. That's pretty funny. Public static final. This. Right. Yeah, file size. That would be, I think, 50 times 1024, 50 kilobyte. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, I want to do patcher. Set the multi-part config. And it would be new. Oop, there we go. Multi-part config element. What's the null? Oh, location, directory location where files will be stored. Don't think you're allowed to have that as null. I think I just need that to be the temp directory, right? Yeah, we'll just put that in the temp folder, Java IO temp directory. So public static final string temp directory equals. Yes, there we go. System get property Java IO temp directory. This be temp directory. Excuse me. Cool. Okay. All that is good right now. We have that set up, so now I should be able to just bring in multi-part things. So I need to add those to the alert settings model. Alert settings model, that's the text color. Okay, so private multi part file alert image, right? Private part file alert sound. It's the image, the sound. Oh, the size. Text private. Private your alert size, and we'll default it to 48. Right now it's way too small. Image, sound, text size. It would be good if I had some fonts. Just we'll have that right now. Yeah, we'll do the fonts in a minute. Let's do refactor. Our source. Create getter headers. Those. And then what I need to do is add those into database. as blobs. So start at the database level here. So I go alerts, settings DAO. Actually, I'd like to put it. Let's put it in its own table, like have an assets table or something, and just kind of show everything in there. That way, everything that you upload, because then that way everything you upload, I can then present on various things. So if you upload a bunch of stuff, I can just say like, "Hey, I've already know about these things. You want to use these on stuff." So let's think that one. So I want to sources, operations, got alert setting. That and paste say to right, asset table. This will be let's go 31 2024 at the 22 3 5. Okay. So create table does not exist. Okay. And then so the ID is fine. And then I need the file name for the sake of having it. Go varchar 50. Content type. Var 50. File name, content type. I'm not going to have an active flag. This is going to be one of those things where if you delete something, it's going to be truly deleted. So I'm not going to have that. Don't need a settings thing. So file name, content type, and then it's just the content, which would be a blob of some kind. So let me see here. To reference, or a blob, I should say. Binary large object. Binary large object is intended for very large binary values, such as files or images. Unlike when using binary varying, large objects are not kept fully in memory. Instead, they are streamed. Use prepared statement set binary stream to store values. See also character large object and large object. Mapped to Java SQL blob. Cool. So binary large object or just blob. And then the length in kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes. So top 10K. Well, the maximum you can put up is 100 meg. So I guess I'll just do 100 megs on those. Yeah, byte array, got the memory. Also bytes. I don't want to keep the memory. Rather stream them off there. So blob and whatever. So the blob of 100 meg. And probably not null. I don't want to put anything in here that's going to be null. And then we've got create it and update it. I guess I don't know if I'll ever update one, but put that there. Okay, so that will create assets table. And then I'm going to want to also do change that five 31 2024 22 8 30 BMS 2 rollback is figure out for this one. So I want to alter table. So want to how do I do alter table. Grammar. Identity, alter sequence, alter. Oh, here we go. Alter table. Add. Alter table, table name, add. Alter table if exists. Table name. Add column. Column name, column definition. Add column if not exist. Column name, column definition. Okay. Before or after. I guess that's optional. If using is specified, the provided expression is used to generate initial value of the new column. Expression may reference existing values. Otherwise, the default expression is used if any. If neither using If neither using nor default or specifies null is used. Okay. Okay. Do alter table if and alert settings. Add if not exist. Has to what did I call it? Give service image ID image ID image ID, I guess just be a big int. Big int null. Add if not this found ID. Big int null. And then be a constraint here, right? Add constraint. Constraint condition. Referential constraints. I see. Foreign key references test. Foreign key ID references. Blah blah blah. Okay. So add constraint. Foreign key. Image ID references asset ID. Add constraint foreign key found ID references asset. And roll back. How do you do multiple? Did have a rollback in this other one that did multiple lines, right? Um, Operations. I had one where there was a rollback. Oh yeah, here we go. Multiple lines. Rollback, off tail if this, drop column if this. Yeah, okay. So I did have a rollback that had multiple rows. I was trying to figure out how to do that. After table this alert settings. Is remove the opposite of add? As far as this is concerned. Nope, it's drop. That's good. I looked that up. Route if this image ID. If this found ID constraint. Do I have to drop the constraints before I drop the column? Constraint. What is a constraint or primary key from the table? If cascade is specified, a unique primary key constraint is dropped altogether with all referential constraints. I reference the specified constraint to commit an open transaction in this connection. Drop a column. Does it mention if there's an order to this? But I'm going to assume that I should probably drop the constraints. Drop constraint. Constraint if exists, constraint name. Drop constraint unique underscore name. Lowercase excessive identifiers. I think I missed something when I created. String to table is no check to specify existing rows are not checked for consistency. Created not possible disable checking. Okay. That constraint. Example, alter table test. Add constraint, name unique. Unique name. Constraint. Oh, constraint name definition. And then referential constraint. Okay. Okay. But did miss the name of it. Add constraint. Alert settings. Image ID. Asset. Foreign key. Sound ID. Drop constraints. This. Constraint if this. That. Rollback. Drop constraint. If this. Sound ID. Drop table columns. And it's there. Okay. So that should give us the columns that we need, hopefully. And the new table. I just need to make a DAO for the table. This. That out of there. And we'll make the DAO here. That's that DAO. Repository. And private static final logger. That's private static final actually what I want, but that's not the right columns. We need ID, file name, content type, content, and create it and updated. Okay, so we have that in the columns here. Close to what I want, but not quite. Select as from assets. Where ID question mark. Question mark, okay. And then bring utils in and okay. And then we want to do public asset get asset long long the actually we'll do long ID. Create class for that. When Pojo new class. That's that. Sizable. How do I tell Copilot I wanted to generate this? How do I do that? The way I think to do that. No pilot for this. Trigger pilot. I use prompts and get manual trigger for Copilot codes. Start. Okay. Code completion. Go inline completion. Accept inline completion. User interface. Info. Inline code completions. I open editor, request code, suggestions over TLS. I'll return my copilot where display is ghost text. Please accept or dismiss. Okay. Copilot for Eclipse is configured automatically trigger completion requests as you type. The round trip process. Disabled. Click enabled. Language ID. Keyboard shortcut. Alt backslash. Okay. Okay. So if I do alt backslash. Oh, here we go. It is doing private long ID, file name, content type, content, create update or not strings, but that works. It did do it. It just did it one line at a time. Okay. All right. That's, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. But this should be date. Content type, file name, ID. Okay. First, getters and setters. Nope. That saved a hell of a lot of typing. I'm cool with that, although I think I definitely want to do that. Oops, you know what? Do R content type. I screwed it up. Okay. Do R type. Change those, but didn't change the method names. Okay. We have that. Back here. Want to turn ABC template query. List as that results. ABC template query.
I think I understand now why you've always been so strong.
But
How about we
Yeah. That's that sequel. Row mapper and ID. The ABC template in. I forgot to do it. Wired. That's that. Word list. Okay, and then turn alt that alt that got a thing here. Here, what's that stream dot find first? Or else no. Yep, that's what I want it. Okay, save that. And then we need to make a mapper for it. Pass that row mapper. That is a row mapper. That is the wrong kind of row mapper. This kind of row mapper. There we go. Cool. That method. That just give me everything? It did. I didn't even have to prompt it. Bam. There we go. Content. The only thing is the get bytes. But let's work on that right now. Okay. Private byte array. Array get content. Is almost there, but not quite. So we're gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna throw exception either. Handle this. Try input. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Input stream is rs get binary stream content read all bytes catch IR exception E exception. Damn. All right, go pilot. Take all my typing away from me. That's fine. Is full exception add exception to existing catch block. To content content field from the table. And I don't want to throw a runtime exception. I actually want to do logger error. Log though. Thank you. That's what I was trying to do. So we have that. A result of byte array. So that would just return null. Blue. Boom, boom. Okay. That saved me so much typing. That was great. I kind of like how it's Copilot's just looking at all the files I have open. It's like, you've done this already over here. Let's just copy that over for you and make it relevant to what you're trying to do. That's great. That's the row mapper now exists. For some reason it's not showing up here. There we go. That will bring an individual asset back. We'll have to do as part of the. We'll do it as a separate query just because. I mean, I could probably do a join and bring it back, but I think it'll be easier just to do it this way. So when we have our alert settings, there's things model. Do I have a alert settings? Service? Not really. Yeah, because for like something like this, I don't need to bring back the asset. But when we go on to the edit page, I'll definitely need it there. That means alert settings row needs additional things here. We'll be adding the IDs. So private, long, image ID, private, long, sound ID. Okay. I have those, and I'm going to add those to the alert row, alert settings row mapper. Row set image ID. Long E that sound ID. All right, long sound ID. That. Okay. Okay. We have that mapped in there, and then going to need, I think it would be best to put a service layer here that calls what I need for this. This is going to call two methods and then combine them together. So backend service alert settings service, and this service here. And file logger thing service. Go public I'll do this on I need another object. So alert settings. To alert settings with asset. Have it extend alert settings. And we'll just add the Actually, yeah, that's right. Private asset alert image. Private asset alert found. Yeah, that's actually correct. Force setters. Okay. Alert settings with asset. Alert settings. For the the that's almost correct. That is almost correct, actually. The only thing is, I didn't actually put a constructor on here. Which I'm now thinking I probably should. Constructor to build some alert settings, yeah. Not going to work. Settings. Perfect. Okay. Idea is not what? Wait, what? Wait a second. How's that not? Oh, alert settings is not right. Alert settings row is. It's here. So row that. This part of the get settings. Wait a minute, why is that? Oh. Row. Y. Okay. And over here, it's alert settings row. The Gale find here. Right. Oh. Go. And then I need private PAO, auto wired. Asset, and that should be E, right? No, let's go get asset settings, get image ID, get sound. There we go. Things with asset. See that. Return null. Yeah, actually pretty good. Looks pretty good. But then in the much would use it here. That was the service thing I just did. Alert settings. Service. Here we go. Oh, this is the service. Losing my mind here. Okay, get the settings for ID. So then in the controller, not that one. How's the controller at? Look, settings controller. And here they're going to DAO. Private alert Settings. Service. Save alert settings, row speed alert. Settings. Asset. Settings there, and then needs to get service. Build model object. Be alert. Settings. Assets. And in the model, I already have the alert image found. So how do I build that? Convert, white, gray, multi-part file. Model. That alert image. So we got get alerting. What? How do I do that? Row, get alert image, content. Okay. Here. Private. Our file, convert to multi-part file. This actually work? Kind of crazy. But let's see here. Just implement transfer to file. It does. It's not asset name, it's asset file name. And this one here. And this will be all right. Might work. This might work. This would be for part file. Correct one for alert sound. Okay. I'll have to get it back out onto the UI there, and then we have to just do we have to add the fields for that, for the image and the sound, and then there's also text size add in there. We put into the model, right? Yeah, put into the model, but I don't have it. Oh yeah, I gotta add that to the database, right? So yeah, here. So I'll revert the previous. Oh no, it'll just go under setting. Yeah, it'll just be part of the setting. That's right. I put a JSON blob there for a reason. I guess technically I could put the image ID and the sound ID in the settings too. But I kind of like having the referential integrity here, so. Even though I'm not really gonna force it that much, I guess. I mean, I guess you could do cascade delete and delete the assets then. But it would be better to kind of keep them around. And just have you have a separate way of deleting that. I just have to add that to these alert settings. Things class here. Yeah, alert text color, private, alert, or private, long, alert, text size. Okay. So I don't have to change anything around that because it'll be JSON blob, so it'll be parsed and all that stuff. Though I can set the default here. It doesn't exist, so I think I said it was like 48 then. I did it as a model. No, I did do it as an integer. I thought I. I don't think that needs to be a giant number. Okay. So even if it's not that, it'll just build default to 48. Nice 48. The next part of this is putting those upload fields on the page, on the settings page, and making sure that that works, that they upload successfully. And then it's a matter of adding that on to the alert HTML page itself and pulling those out and working with them. Because I do have to handle the uploading of those. Well, they're a part of the form. So I don't have to worry about it in that respect. I do. Oh, that's the one thing. When we create a new one, I don't have that wired up yet. I have to, when we create a new alert and stuff, or when we edit one, we have to actually set those in the DAO now and have those be updated correctly. So I'm going to have to jump, instead of jumping directly to the DAO, I'm going to have to jump through a service and have it update everything appropriately, which is fine. Ooh, excuse me. And then I'm going to need some sort of, I guess, like a little bit of a like an asset browser there, so you can, if you've already uploaded it before, you can just point to it and say, use this one. So it's a little bit more complicated than just having an upload. But okay, well, we'll work on that. I think we'll work on that tomorrow because my brain is shutting down right now. So let's leave this open. I'm not going to commit anything at the moment, but we're making progress slowly but surely as we do. Let's see. Like I said, I'm going to probably do this all next week just to try to get some traction here as we're going. But right now, my friends, that's going to do it for me for tonight. Is anybody that I know live right now on Twitch? Yeah. Actually, Shin and Overlord Cornut are playing Minecraft. Interesting. As Shin puts it, finally got suckered into Minecraft. Okay. That's funny. So let's see if I can. All right, I'm gonna send you guys to Overlord Cornuts, and we'll call it there for right now, my friends. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you bye.
Like a